Sorry I'm late, my people. Welcome back to the Wilderness Podcast. How you guys doing, ladies and gentlemen? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having a wonderful day. But check it out. We have a show that I have been brewing to do. Yeah, as you can see, lies alter reality for the worst show. Yeah, and we also got to keep us, very, very steady focus on the goal. We got whip moments. Oh yeah, got a little music too. We're gonna play. Get into a little music for you. You know what I'm saying? I told y'all I'm gonna do a hell of a show tonight because it has to happen. Yeah, I'm gonna eat me a good meal out of this and go to bed because I was, have all the alternative duties. So let's get a little music playing tonight. For sure. Take it back to the old school a little bit, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah. All right, we like that. Yeah, we're gonna stick with that. Yep. Yeah, we like that shit. Okay, here we go. Lies alter reality for the worst. Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah, let me get that music down just a little bit more. A little bit more. Got a lot of tests coming in right now. Let me turn on music. There we go. Here we go. Oh, check it out. We're going to jump right into this show because I got a lot of texts coming in. People I may have to have a conversation with after the show, but check this out. Check it out. First whip moment. How do lies work? Yeah, let's get into that one. First whip moment. How do lies work? Lies work like this. You have this. Let me get Jordan in here. Hold on. Let me get Jordan right. All right, here we go. Balance out. There. Cool. So, all right, check it out. See, lies work like this. There's a intricate moment that's happening at the time where you feel a little embarrassed or you may feel a little taken back about having to tell the truth. See, lies do one thing. When you learn how to do them, you're thinking you're fooling someone. Lies do nothing but boomerang back to you full-fledged. And I'm going to tell you how. Because see, the thing is, lies have no roots. Lies have no roots. Because when you tell one, you have to tell another one. And sitting on top of those lies, you have to have a memory of to keep it going, right? But what when the lie that you have or the lie that you tell doesn't have a way to go forward, there becomes a disconnect in reality. So the reality that you thought that you altered caught up with the lie. So how do lies work? That's pretty much how they work. And they're working on that the same formality every single time because once you lie, regardless of the life that you're living or the path that you want to live, that mistake and that lie that you told, you tried to cover up, did not alter reality the way you thought. It altered reality for the worst. Let's get to the next moment. Why do you tell lies? Well, here on the Will Is podcast, we try to sit in the bosom of truth without any connotation of lies. They hurt too bad. They not only alter reality, but they alter the perspective and your perspective and the feelings that you have of your loved ones when they try to participate in those aspects of wanting to take matters into their own hands and say, I don't want you to know this, so I'm gonna protect you from this that you know about me. Why can't you just be you? Now is the time. For real. Because see, when you alter reality and perspectives of people's vision of you, you're missing because you're not pairing up to the actual synergy that's necessary to even hold a relationship because you are full of lies. It's like a child telling their parents, if they don't have active parents, that parent is going to say, hold on, wait a minute, let me see something. How you doing in school? I'm doing great. Let me see your grades. Here you go. What if they're altered? They're altering their reality, your reality, as well as the ability to even seek help. But see, adults carry that behavior as well. I use a child first, then I look at you as an adult and I say, how many adults carry that same alterations of reality? See, some things matter and some things don't. Some things ain't even people's business to know, but when it comes to the placements of how you develop yourself into how you work your mind into your being, it has nothing to do with, who you think or how you think that capability is supposed to go. Is because you are in the business of doing one thing, altering for the worst. Those alterations cost, though. Let me get to the next word moment. Spent too long on that one. The benefits of lying. Well, there are really none. So the thing is, what is a lie? Again, you got to go back to what is a lie. It's the alterations of what you have done. It has nothing to do with the relationships that you have with people. Some shit ain't people's business at all about you. Privacy is being transparent and being private are two different fucking things. You can be transparent to let a person know that you're safe and that you're secure, and also that you have the capabilities of doing your job because you have the abilities to do one thing, perform. But that has nothing to do with is compressing up against a lie. Personal business is your personal tomb, and your personal tomb that you can take to your womb has nothing to do with what you profess outside the saying, what you are capable of doing, and you don't have those capabilities, especially when it has to do with relationships. Relationships are precious, that people rely on you. People rely on you in those relationships to actually tether a relationship. But when you lie to them, it's very fragile and it's easily shattered. So there are no real benefits of lying. I knew it was hard to get to this moment, but there are no benefits to it. It's all short term, no vision, it has no further it has no further tethering to it. Lies, you can build upon lies, but they will be shut down because of the fact that you can't go further to when it's discovered. Those are the facts about there are no real benefits of lying. Let's get to the next book moment, because that was a bit of a stretch for me to try to even explain how there are no benefits of lying, because the alternate to that is you would say, how are there no benefits of lying when you got the whole perspective of America is a lie? Why do you say that, Danny D? If you think about the inception of America and how it was built up, first of all, they say this is the land of immigrants. Lie. They say there were no people And it was the final frontier. They say this is manifest destiny. All of these things were lies. They killed, destroyed, and dissipated all of the ancient civilized cultures that existed here, and they erased our memories. So, what is that not a lie for you? That's a specific lie. So, lies alter reality for the worst. We're going to switch gears into before we get to the next moment, because people really do think there's a benefit to that. But what I'm trying to land on is vision. The vision that you have to have. If you look at this country today, you see a lot of pissed off white people. Some for the good, some for the worst, as far as the interpretation of what truth gives you. See, that's why everything is it's very perplexed anyway, but you have to tell the whole story and give all of it. So white people in this country, white Americans, white European Americans are having a very hard civil war that's going on in their midst right now. What I advise us, indigenous blacks and people that got good sense, let them solve and resolve their own problems. They're dealing with their own lies. They're dealing with their own treasonous actions. They're dealing with their own internal civil war. It's not our job to save anybody. It's your job to progress and really be about your business. Really be about what you can do here so that you can change your reality. While everybody's fighting, get busy. While everybody's doing this, you do this too, just not with them. Let them do what they do. Let them fight. You get organized. You get orchestrated. You learn how to run business. You go back to school. You understand infrastructure. All those things. So therefore, when you got your credentials, they are not lies. They are not the fabricated things that are brought over from other. See, the thing is that if they're getting rid of the immigrants and they're saying they want to get one of them, you want to step up and take them positions right now. You want to get prepared right now. You young folks out here, get prepared right now. Yeah, this is the beautiful time because their lies are collapsing in on them. Now it's time for our truth to rise. That's what it's time to do. So I guess that is the benefit of a lie. When people lie and they can't be their authentic selves, when their whole authenticity is built on fabrications, that gives you the opportunity to show our authentic truth. I don't like the word my truth. No. See, the truth is the truth. That's universal. The whole universe knows our story. The whole universe knows what Caucasian Americans put us through too. The universe knows these things. I hope people understand the universe has a memory as well as the grounds that you walk and live on and the actions that you take and do. See, the thing is, if the earth has a memory and it's a celestial body, and if we are being recorded and you already know we're not the only people in the universe, then you must watch your actions and how you behave and what you do. Now I can get to the next moment. Thank you very much. Okay. All right. Teaching others to lie on a grand scale. See, the one thing that black indigenous Americans have discovered, I say black indigenous Americans have discovered, black Americans, but we discovered before the whole rest of the world. Let me tell you a secret. We knew that the whole world was against us because of the land that we exist on today. So we said, why wouldn't they tell these lies? Why wouldn't they say this, that, and the third? And guess who was in on it? Other melanated people. See what I'm saying? Why do you think Lower Asia and all of that got skin whitening cream and all that old shit? Because they want to be closer adjacent to white. And they sell themselves on a continuum for the, and they set their countries up on the tourism of bringing white men in to capitulate to what they would think was the masters of the planet. The closer they got to white, the more the income they felt. They didn't give a damn about formulating relationships that were pivotal from an economic standpoint as long as they got what they got and they lived how they wanted to live. Everybody doesn't have the mentality and the essence to want to elevate their society cultures until they come to the Americas. Because they say I'm different from the people that I'm in my homeland with, and I don't want to be like them. So they'll lie, cheat, steal, and do everything to get to the country where they feel like I got this. I feel like I got I'm the best. I feel like I can go to America and just do what I want and live how I want. And that's the mentality that a lot of immigrants come to America with. But the one thing they do not understand and they do not keep in mind is the fact that you are overtaking an indigenous culture, and you know the history of the cultures that are here, whether it be a foundation of Black American. Me, I consider myself an American Indian. But regardless of what, we've been here before anyone else. Those are facts, ladies and gentlemen. Most of the whites that came here was from the Ellis Islands, from Ellis Island, New York, Ellis Island. A lot of the immigrants and the Europeans that came over in the 1910s, 20s, 30s, and 40s during Revolution, also to replenish, and also the wars that were fought over here. They had a fuck ton of people that can come over here and replenish the dead because they wanted to make sure they had more children. So America was a land that they brought a great deal of poor whites, and they had a very strong ironclad ruling class of whites. Okay, these people knew who we are, and they studied us. They even labeled us and amalgamated with us. We even married and had children and went our separate ways, and then even some children were bastardized, and it was extremely problematic. There was a lot of rapings and a whole lot of indestructive human nature taking place in this country from its inception. At one point in time, America was pretty much like Epstein Island when they first arrived. Pocahontas and John Rolfe, my grandparents, to some other degrees, which they are. On my mother's side, she was a Powhatan, just like Pocahontas. And then we are attached to the Pamunkey, the Nansemond, and that was those three of the Cherokee nations. Then you have the then you got the from the southeast, you get a lot of the Choctaw, Chickasaw, and the Natchez, and you also have the Mississippians. They are the children of the Mississippians and the Yamasee, as well as the amalgamation. If you go to Florida, then you got the Seminoles. The Seminoles were the amalgamation of who? All the Cherokee nations that were pushed out of Virginia, North Carolina, down through South Carolina, which we avoided because of the Geechee. The Geechee has a lot of African as well as indigenous influence, and we know that much. So South Carolina is extremely peculiar and powerful with Black people. Charleston, look at it. Black city, strong, powerful, and a lot of indigenous people that are still there. Specifically, see, Cherokee nations, Cherokee is not an Indian, it's a nation. So I told you, Nansemond, Pamunkey, Powhatan were then you got, the offshoots of the Red Sticks. Then you got the Creeks and all of these other derivatives, because we had the sense enough to marry into the other tribes. Okay. So I'm just giving you a little truth here that I have already read to you so you can understand my lineage and understand the works of how America has put on these lies for so long. But we're about to get to the next moment. All right. So what lying always and shall be the main element of what lying does is the reason why people do it is it alters is the relief for ever being accountable or responsible. So when people tell lies, they feel like I gotta shit on that. I gotta stand on that damn shit because you feel like your word should be what people should take as your bond, and you probably haven't earned that. But let me explain something to you real quick, and this shit should click in your brain. Telling lies and standing on them is pure fucking ignorance. When logic and truth don't hold or stand up to your damn lie, what do you have then? You look like a fucking fool. You look like a specific fool for how you have handled the other person, which is extremely disrespectful, and you're gonna try to uphold something that holds no water. Lies are dangerous. They create deceit. They create resentment that can make you harbor hate. But when you look beyond and past specific lies, you can't, because the truth has to unfold at some point. See, we have to understand how the truth has to be addressed simply because lies are extremely, and we're going to get to that one too, but let me stick to the relief and the no accountability. Well, the thing is, you can't escape that. You have to be accountable if you want to grow, but that's a personal responsibility that you have to accept. That's something that you have to want. And if it's something that you feel like you can live without, I beg to differ. If you want to really be the being that you say you are, you can practice humility. You can say when you're wrong. You can say when your judgments are false. But when you can't do those things, you lessen your value. Let's get to the next one moment. All right, lying alters time. Oh, wait. Yeah. Lying alters time events that work twice as hard to correct the problem that was caused by the lie. Why is that? Well, to be honest with you, lying alters reality by simply making someone or having the ability and the power to make someone believe some shit because you want them to. And you don't even understand the formidable evil that's in that specific equation and how powerful that is to, if you had told them the truth, you would not have gotten the outcome that you wanted. You can call it what you want to call it, but you know goddamn well what you did. You should not have did. You should have you should have led with being accountable and responsible for your own fucking actions, why you did it, when you did it, how you did it, and you should let the chips fall where they may. Pimp. All right, next what moment? Lying is selfish, cruel, and self-serving. You get it? That whip moment says everything within itself. Lying is selfish, cruel, and self-serving. When you think you saving someone from the lie you want to tell them, understand this one thing. It will resurface. It will come to light. Just give it time. You're not saving your life, you're ruining your life. Make better decisions. How about you make the decision where you don't have to lie? Or if you have intentions on doing something, be honest and tell the truth. Nothing wrong with the truth. The pain comes with the fucking lie. Next what moment? You would never know what the truth could be if your lies weren't so loud. Let me say that for you again. You would never know what the truth could be if your lies weren't so loud. See, that's the problem with reporting and news and shit like that. I want to get out here first. You see what just happened? You see what is continuing to happen in the news cycle? Well, that propaganda shit is a biter in the ass, ain't it? That propaganda is a bitch. And you think about it, you never know what the truth could be if your lies weren't so loud. You know how many news anchors don't report stories that are concerning indigenous Black Americans, our triumphs, as well as our injustices. They have given up on that type of shit. They have given up on that news, period. All they want to report is about some shit that they want to report about that matters to them. And all they're doing in the same cycle is lying. It's like a fucking reel of lies that just can't stop regurgitating the same cycle of trash. And they even have these examples, right, that they have with these local news cycles that literally have this amalgamation of all of these people that are literally, you hear the tones and they're saying the same raggedy shit. Formulate your own conclusions. Don't be receptive to lies. I told y'all to kind of watch what goes into your mental brain housing group. Everything is mindset. Protect that. I just gave you much as game as I wanted to try to give you on watching how lies develop, how they come, how they are. They they address themselves by choice, by people's choices. So that's the show tonight. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I love you again. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Thank you so much. And keep tuning in to the Willis Podcast. We might be later on tonight or tomorrow, Dr. A.E. I had to leave a little room for him to, if we're gonna do a later show tonight. So thank you guys for tuning in again. Just watch just watch the lies. They alter reality. They change circumstances and situations, ideologies, and what things really can be, because people are selfish, cruel, and self-serving. Just look at Congress. They display it every fucking day. And I mean, I don't even understand Congress sometimes, because when you're that damn dumb and everybody outside of Congress, shit, fucking 30% of people outside of Congress are smarter than the people that's in that motherfucker. They're a bunch of fucking morons. But shout out to the champions that's doing the best they can. Y'all keep moving forward and doing your thing. Try your best. Hey, but on this grassroots thing, y'all got to come address us for real. Y'all got to give us a restoration. This is the show tonight, people. That's the end of the show. That's the end of this show. And we'll be back later. We might be, or tomorrow, but it depends on how you really want to get down. Anyway, favorite part of the show. I appreciate you for tuning in, but I got to get to the favorite part. Come on, say it with me. Come on. The will is yours. Y'all motherfuckers keep tuning in. We might be back. Peace. Be good, y'all. We love you. Salute. All right.